Hi everybody, welcome to Freezer Meals 101. My name is Christy and I'm going to show you how I shred cheese. When I'm talking about shredding cheese, I'm talking about shredding cheese for freezer meals. So we are looking at, I don't know how many cups, a lot. I need about 2 kilograms shredded today. Each of these blocks is 1.15 kilograms. I'm just going to do all of both of them so that we have enough. It's nice when you have a little bit more sometimes. When you work with somebody like Charla, she's got this brain that can just think of things to make. And she'll say, oh, we have a little bit of leftover shredded cheese, and we have some onions left, and we have some, some hamburger and some corn. So let's make Tex-Mex something, and she's great at that. I don't have a great brain like that, but I suppose if push came to shove, I could probably come up with something. So when you're working with a food processor, you have to make it small enough so that it fits inside there, right? That's kind of the downside. Don't you wish you could just go and have it be done, but it doesn't work like that. So with your food processor, I don't know what yours is like. You can do all this by hand. When I have this much to do, I do a food processor. You get rid of that blade, and I have to put the tall piece in that extends this up. And this blade has a coarse grater and a fine grater, and we're going to do the coarse grater today. And mine has a safety feature that it doesn't turn on unless everything is locked into place. There is a trick that we like to use when we're grating cheese. It's actually pretty important when you're doing large amounts, because I don't know if you've noticed, there's some moisture content in cheese and it kind of gets sticky. It sticks together, especially if it's warmed up at all, like just been sitting on the counter for half an hour. It starts to clump together. So what the secret ingredient actually is cornstarch. I use quite a bit of it. Start by cutting our cheese into usable chunks. I think about an inch. So you'll see when I get going here how nice it is to put the cornstarch in. It doesn't seem to affect flavor. If anything's going to have juices in it, it actually kind of makes it creamier and gives it some body, like thickens it a bit. We haven't really noticed that it's bad for flavor or bad for the freezer meal. So we're going to put a couple in here, and then it's going to get noisy, so hang on a sec. Oh, safety features. This piece has to go down inside there, and these are too tall. Are you kidding me? So now we're going back to doing them like that. That's okay. I forgot it was on. Put a couple more in, and at this point, I'll just give it a little blub. I'm normally a measurer. I really like to know the weights and measures of things I'm doing because I'm a confident cook and I'm a good cook. But this is one of those things where nobody ever told me, I just kind of figured it out. So that was maybe a tablespoon. You'll notice that there's a little bit of the cornstarch in there. Not a big deal. Because we're going to add more anyway. That was more like a teaspoon. And away we go again. So the bad part about using a food processor for doing your cheese is you're going to have a little bit of waste, I find. If I was doing this by hand, there's that little bit at the end that you can't quite scrape. Well, here, what it does instead is you get this kind of cheese goop. I'm sure frugal people could find something to do with that, like make a nice cheese sauce, you save that. For the purposes of this video, I'm not going to save it today. Take out my lid, and I'm actually going to just dump it right in there. Get some reassembly happening here. And then I'm going to add even more so that I can get a nice even coat. And I literally just shake it around, and you may see it poofing out, and that's okay, because I'm going to put these in the fridge overnight, and by the time we actually do our freezer meals tomorrow, these will be orange again as they are sitting here in blocks. So I went to the dollar store and I got these great little, they're not little, these great bins, and it is going to fit the perfect amount. After I'm done this, I'm going to have another video that shows you how to do onions, and I have a new tool, so make sure you tune in. You can click on it there and check out how I'm going to do onions. Oh, I forgot mine. I'm distracted by all your good looks. I got a new tool for the onions. Doing onions before, I often used a mandolin, because then I could get a very nice fine mince, and I could get a really even dice. And you know, I'll talk about it when I get to the onions, but and it is really good to use it, and it goes by quick, and if your knife skills aren't that great, you just can use the mandolin. It is really good. Oh, this is getting fuller. I think I can get one more shot in there. Having good knife skills is important in a kitchen. You want to be safe and you want to do things quickly and get things done. But sometimes those little kitchen gadgets are nice to have. So I have a new one, a dicer, today that I'm going to try out after this video. But if you want to see the mandolin video, you just click on that one. Oops, forgot the secret ingredient. I'll get a chance to add more later. It doesn't really matter what order you put this in. You know, my husband gets power tools in the garage. I get power tools in my kitchen. I love technology. So I did put some in. I don't know if you can see it. It's still pretty, whoops, pretty orange. So I'm just going to add a bit more, dust it up nicely. And again, here's about a tablespoon. And let's just shake it around. It's going pretty quick. I'm pretty happy with this. It beats having to do it by hand. That is for sure. Oh, I'm wiping it on my apron. I feel like my apron. My mom got it for me. It's quite pretty. She's my apron lady. She has got me some of the best aprons over the years. I had a beautiful blue apron that Charla got me when we did our professional series, when we did our freezer meals, the freezer meal sessions the first time. And my daughter wanted to borrow it for a play at school, and it didn't come home. Really sad about it. I don't know where it ended up, but I hope they enjoy it because it was a beautiful apron. So now I just don't lend them out anymore. All right, we're on to the second package. So in case you were wondering, it's going to get a little weird here because I'm going to mix measurements. Canadians have a funny relationship with measurements. This is 1.15 kilograms of cheese. I don't really know how many pounds that is. It's going to be 1 kilo. No, that's 2 pounds. I got it in the math, sorry. But what I found is 1 cup of shredded cheese is about 100 grams. So if I knew that I needed 20 cups, which I do, that's how I decided that I needed 2 kilograms of cheese. So that's 4 pounds of cheese. 20 cups, 4 pounds. Canadian math, yay! So I'm going to try something different this time. Since I had to cut those in half every time, I'm going to go right down the middle. She taught my mom how to cook. Well, my grandma did too, but she worked at a logging camp, my great-grandmother. And when my mom was 15, she quit school to go work with her grandma in the logging camp. And I'll tell you, those ladies know how to cook. I come from a long line of good cooks. And that's why I love freezer meals. I love to cook, but I lead a different life than they did. They cooked every day. I still cook every day, but I don't have to think about what I'm going to cook. I'm going to go to the freezer and I am going to pull it out. And whatever we have, whatever's left, we just pull it out and I have it that night. And it's great. That is just one of those things that is taken off my mental load. Look at this cheese. What do you think? Oh, I'm going to get it all in there. That makes me feel really good. I think it'll all fit. Space is a premium in my fridge right now. For those that are wondering, all of this cheese is going to be used in the next 2 days for all of our freezer meals. I don't know how many recipes we have or how many that are going to require cheese, but I think our plan is right now for about 118, 120 meals. So we'll use this cheese up in those meals. And then if we have any left over, like I said at the beginning of the video, we'll either make more meals because we have leftover of something else, and Charlotte's brain is really terrific at coming up with something, or we can freeze it. And you can, because it's got that cornstarch in it, you can just freeze it and bring it out next time you want to make some nachos and you have a little bit of extra cheese. And the cornstarch helps it when it defrosts. It still keeps it loose. It doesn't stick together. It's really great. See, look at all that. I feel like I should make a cheese sauce. I should measure that. See how much cheese. Now, if I was doing this all by hand, each of these might have a little bit left over. I don't know. I don't think it's wasteful. I don't think that's more waste than I would necessarily have if I was doing it by hand. And if you use it, it's not wasteful. A little broccoli and cheddar soup. Cheese sauce. Make some queso. And nothing says that you can't freeze it. If you're going to make it into a soup or a sauce, then just go ahead and freeze it. See, I'm at my last one. I don't even know how long I've been filming. We'll have to see. It used to take me forever by hand, and to do it with the food processor, it is fast and it's a dream. And I can just put this in my dishwasher, bing bang boom, and it's done. Oh, that was a good chunk. All right. Don't forget, I'm going to be doing onions after this, so make sure you click in the link. And watch out for the next couple of days because we're going to be doing some filming while we're doing freezer meals, which is my favorite thing ever. No, I don't mind it. Other than I wouldn't normally like do my hair and put makeup on to do freezer meals. I'm wearing a fancy shirt for y'all today. And it's going to smell like onions so bad here in about an hour. The last time I did freezer meals and I did the onions, it stunk the whole house. It just stunk so bad. And my eyes watered so bad. And I went to bed and my husband was already in bed and his eyes started watering. And he said, you have to go shower. So I will try to get it done early enough tonight so I can shower early. So I'm not stinking him out of bed at 10 o'clock at night. Okay. Hey, I have 2,200 grams of cheese shredded in this container, and it fit perfectly. It's going to go in my fridge. It's going to be delicious in our freezer meals. And so here's our secret ingredient, the cornstarch, which is really important when you're doing big amounts of cheese for your freezer meals. Thank you for joining me today on Freezer Meals 101. My name's Christy. Make sure you hit subscribe.